Peace, everybody. This is Rahil, and today I want to talk about the truth. In this era and time that we're living in, believe nothing you see. Believe nothing you hear until you've done your due diligence and you've done your due research. Believe nothing you hear, believe nothing you see until you've done your due diligence and research. I bring this up because many people are feeding people with false information out here. You see videos, you hear audio, you see words written, and people run with them as if they're 100% true. Not doing any type of research, not doing any type of background check on any of the information they're receiving. There are narratives that are placed out there to control the minds of people. There are narratives that are created to put certain people in boxes, to control them, to have power over them, so that way they cannot think for themselves and they cannot act for themselves. So believe nothing you see, believe nothing you hear until you've done your own background check, until you've done your own research. One of the things that I gained from going to college, and yes, I went to college, I got my bachelor's degree, and it was definitely an expensive experience. Parts of it I would change, other parts I wouldn't, because I made some lifelong friends in college. But the biggest thing that I took from college that I learned was the concept of critical thinking. Critical thinking, just being able to look at both sides of the coin. What I like to do when I deal with information is I like to look at both sides of a coin so I can understand it. And that way I can make my final judgment and my final decision. Many people fail to look at both sides of a coin before they run with something. So when they hear information, they don't look at the left side, the right side, the bad, the good, weigh both of those, the pros and the cons, and then make a decision. My father taught me, before I made a decision, to weigh the pros and cons, and then make my choice, make my decision, and then I had to live with that decision. Most people out here are just hearing one side of a story and then running with it, or running with another side of a story and not looking at all the evidence that is there. And so I'm just making this video to encourage all of those out there who are seeking truth or looking for some sense of real reality or truth in things, or for people who just hear one thing and then run with it and just treat it as gospel, to do your due diligence, do your background check, do your research. Research everything you can find on a thing before you put out a statement saying one thing or another. And trust, you will find, if you seek something, you will find it. If you ask, you'll be given. It'll be given to you. So I can attest to this because for a period of time I was working on my family tree, and I asked a few family members about if there was any type of records out there, family tree or a book or some type of documentation. Well, I talked to one of my cousins, and she was like, well, yes, my sister, which is my cousin, she said my sister actually works at the local library, and she actually has the family tree, and she has it in PDF version, so she can send it to you via email. Also, she could probably give you more information if you need. Now, had I not asked, I would not have received those gems, those keys that will open up more doors for me to do more background research on my family tree. So I'm going to wrap this up But make sure you do your due diligence, do your research on any and everything that you hear and that you see and that you read. So that way you're not misinformed. So that way you're not taken advantage of. So that way you're not trapped in a lie. Most of us have been trapped in lies most of our life. And so, me at the tender age of 38 has decided and continued. I've actually made this decision a few years ago, but I want to walk in what's real. I don't want to be fake. I don't want to be false, and I don't want to be led astray. So, with that said, if you like this video, if you got anything from this video, please like, please share, and you'll hear more from me in the coming future. Peace.